So let's talk about something that I feel is really important, really relevant. I have a lot of questions around it, and I think this is something that is important to clarify because it's quite dangerous actually. So, what we are seeing today in all the fruitarian and kind of detox and raw vegan diet and all these kind of things, we are seeing some people that are going, let's say, too far with the detoxification. Not that they are like cleaning too much, because actually they are not, but just that they are draining their body and their energy to achieve some like mental goals, I will say, that are really not aligned with the body. And this is how people are ended up being like super skinny, super underweight, and just really unhealthy. So there is important thing to understand. To detoxify means literally to take waste that are into the lymphatic system, into the body, and getting rid of it, meaning take them out of the body. To do that, it takes a lot of energy for the body to actually make that happen, to be able to find the waste, break them down in small pieces, unglue them, and bring them out of the body through the urine, through the colon, through breathing, through the skin, and for women through bleeding. So this cannot be done like non-stop 24/7, no matter what, at all cost, even when people are like completely exhausted, tired, with no energy and underweight, and like being like, no, I'll keep doing fasting and so on. This is not cleansing. It's not happening. If you don't have energy, if you don't have power, if you don't have strength, you cannot cleanse. That's very simple. So that's one thing to stop. Really, like when you are like super underweight, like stop. Go back to food, eat, gain some strength, gain some muscle, exercise, and then later on in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, get back into your detox, get back into fasting. And I would say when people are doing fasting, there is also ways to do it that will make the fasting just so much more efficient. Instead of having to fast for like 3 months and so on, there is honestly like very few reasons people will actually need to fast for 3 months. The primary reason will be to lose weight. But honestly, if it's not for weight loss, there is just so much more efficiency that can be done to simple 3-week fasting, simply by using herbs that will be cleansing your colon on a daily basis, that will be purging your liver on a daily basis, by doing a liver flush during the fast, that will be purging the liver, the gallbladder, and basically resetting the digestive system, by taking some herbs that will be like moving your lymph with astringency. I mean, just like doing things that will just make like a 3 weeks fasting just so much more efficient that it will not be necessary to go further on. Even so, it could be if you have some, like, as I said, health issues related to weight, for example, that could be something. Or if you want just to go on a spiritual path, that could be another thing. But if it's just for healing, really, like those very long fast, unless there is like a cancer or like very pronouncing, are really not necessary, and just leading to have people that are contacting me hidden on the back and telling me how tired they are, exhausted, underweight, that they don't know what to do, that they are lost, and they feel so bad, and they don't want to go to hospital, and everyone is telling them to go to hospital, and they are right, basically, because they really look like they are in a very dangerous space. And for some of them they are, because, well, I guess you all know the stories, and some of them have been truly like dying, like not many, but it's possible. So I will say, really, like, this is not a race, number one. Number two, stop comparing comparing yourself to others, like whatever others are doing is good for them, but it might not be good for you. And also, when you do a detox, please adapt it to yourself. So focus really on what are your problems. This is why iridology is a tool that I prefer, because really it's the most accurate way to make a proper diagnosis on people. I'm not allowed to say that though. And that way you can really do what is really necessary for you, instead of just like copying what others are doing, and that is actually not working for them too, but definitely not for you. And one thing is what we see online, another thing is what is happening in the back. And I, with my work, see what's happening in the back, because I receive tons of messages every day from people that are desperate. They are telling me they are struggling, that it's so hard, that they cannot do it, that they don't know what to do, and so on. And so this is really where it's really important to focus on yourself, to focus on what you feel, to listen to your body also. Like, that's like one of the main rules I say to everyone: please listen to your body. If you feel tired, if you feel exhausted, if you feel like something is missing, if you feel like you're craving things, if you feel just like, if you just like don't look healthy, and if the target is like to feel healthy and you really don't feel healthy, then something wrong. And then just get closer to a professional, to someone that has like, you know, at least like plus 10, 15 years experience, someone that is healthy already, and get a proper program, get some guidance. We are not all experts in everything, you know. This is what now in this world, like everyone is everything. No, we all have some specialty. And this is really important, that when we do something such as detox and healing, it's quite a journey, honestly, and it requires quite some knowledge and wisdom and practice to be able to do so. So reach out to someone that can support you and guide you, that have a lot of experience with it. Experience is everything. For me, it's like there is so many theories about everything, but then experience is just like getting rid of all theories. And I'm not going to go back with a salt topic. I could, maybe I'm going to do another video about it, but for me it's like, I do, for example, practice like yoga, and I can see like the difference, like if sometimes I eat outside in a restaurant and they will use some salt, even like smoothies, they like to put a pinch of Himalayan salt. And right away, I feel it in my hand. It's like I feel it has like swollen in my feet, in my hand. It's very minor for sure, like 99% of people will not feel it. But because I'm so used to feel so good in my body, so when something is a little bit off, I feel it right away, like it's like super big time. And it's okay, I don't care, basically, it's not a problem, I just know it's temporary. But I mean, this is, and like, so then when I do yoga afterwards, like in the next day, I feel how like there is more tensions like in my joints and so on, like because of that pinch of salt. So it's like, for me, people can come with any kind of theories, telling me videos, whatever. Like what my body feels is like absolute truth above anything, about anyone, above any book. So yeah, don't waste your time in sending me more messages around this. My body is the truth. My body is my God. My body is who I believe above anything and anyone. And if my body says pain, if my body is swollen, then I follow and listen to my body. And this is exactly what I highly recommend to everyone to do, to really take the time to listen to your body. And when you're doing something, no matter what people are saying, no matter the book, whatever, if you feel wrong, just listen to it, like really carefully, and do something. Just do something around it. If you don't know what to do, then find someone that can help you and guide you, that have a lot of experience with it, and someone that is already healthy. Like, sick people cannot teach you how to get away from sickness. Only people that could have get away themselves from sickness several times and through other people's can actually help you and teach you. So that's also a very important thing that I wanted to share about it. So yes, to answer to the questions, please stop doing these long crazy fastings. Too fast, you need to be strong. So start with little fasting, with like 1 day fasting, get some energy and eat, and then do 2 days fasting, get some energy and eat, 3 days fasting. A little by little, build it up at your own rhythm. You don't have to follow whatever I'm telling you now because we're all different. You just need to build it at your own rhythm. Get power, get energy, and then go deeper in fasting. Be smart when you are fasting. If you're fasting and if you are like doing like, I see people fasting and they're going on hikes and like they're going to the gym and so on. It's like the whole point of fasting is to take the energy we're spending into digesting, free it so we can use it for cleansing. So if you stop eating to get some spare energy and then you go and spend it at the gym or hiking or doing, I don't know, tons of things in your house, then it's not, there is no point of it really. It's like when you're fasting, rest. When you're fasting, just relax, take it easy, sleep as much as possible. Healing is happening when we are sleeping. So when you're fasting, just sleep as much as you can. That's really the best thing you can do for your body. Yeah, this is what I wanted to share about that. I'm going to make now another video about the cycles, because that's another topic that I wanted to share about, but I'm going to switch off this one and make another video about that. All right, guys, bye.